wherever, whenever, and whoever you are, and welcome back to QuestJunkiesUK. Welcome back to Humblewood, the penultimate episode.
Oh,
I know. Yeah, sometimes, but exciting times too. As we return to said Humblewood, the titular Humblewood, and continue this trial by fire. It's good to see some names in chat there. Lucia, Saritis, Maharishi. Good to see you all. Hope you're all doing good. Finger Boys reference. Wow. Okay. And it is a pleasure to be here with all of you lovely folks as we get back into the climax of this adventure of ours. Last time we were here, the adventurers were delving beneath the ash and heat of the scorched grove in search of the lost artifact, the legendary, mythological, just a rumor potentially, artifact known as the Borealis. They battled against animated magma statues and guardian treants that were dedicated to the point of giving their own life energies to protect and seal away this powerful, unpredictable artifact. They were successful, despite what the dice was trying to do to all of us, and were able to retrieve from poor Oakheart, although he was relieved to move on in the natural course of things and place the burden of the guardianship of the Borealis onto our adventurers instead, and they have managed to get their hands on this legendary thing that will help them with its powers of elemental cold to defeat the aspect of fire, a vast burning creature which threatens the wood, which is the very home of all of our humble folk friends. As they left from the Scorched Grove and returned to the Humblewood and to the capital city you see behind me here, the towering Evertree known as Alderheart, we are going to time slip through the woodland journey and rejoin them as they arrive round about lunchtime, arriving at the Alderheart. A hustle and bustle of activity going on as refugees seem to be coming in from parts of the wood destroyed by the aspect of fire and the increased range and hunting zones of ash snakes, ember bats, and the like. And as you see that, you see Perchguard kind of ushering people in, the new Humble Council being much more open and welcoming to refugees to the Alderheart here. And you see members of the Woodland Brigade heading out with bucket chains and tenders, mixed groups going out to keep an eye on the effects of the aspect of fire, which can only have grown in strength since you last checked in on the situation. Inside is bedlam. It's just, there are people coming and going, folks with huge packs and small hand carts piled with belongings that they were able to save from the flames. And as you join in the flow of people coming for this way and that, you manage to make your way to the broad ways, looping up through the hollow interior of the vast Alderheart tree, shaped by the druids of the settlement here, and you find your way back to the upper parts, the trunk market, the canopy above with its temples and council chambers, the market stalls inhabited by your friend Susan of the Swamp, the hedge seer with her beetle familiar Normal, as well as further up in the more established shops and boutiques. There is, of course, Eliza, the Illurin cat-like friend that you had made on your first journey towards the Alderheart and saved from bandits in the wood who has set up shop in there. And, of course, Thistlesnoot's friend in the Guild of Inventors, Muruk's fellow tenders at the headquarters there, and Astuto's family.
My mom, who is awesome, and that is the person we're going to talk about.
And Granny Marion. And speaking of parents, of course, not to forget Muruk's wonderful parents, the fabulous bakers down in the roots and the old fungal farm districts of the lower parts of the city. Now, as we rejoin our friends here, just before things get into a inescapable momentum, what would you like to do before you potentially head out and face this terrible thing head on? We shall find out what our characters' potential final acts are here in the Elder Heart as we leap into today's Humblewood Trial by Fire. And welcome back. Now, difference. What is it as we return to the Elder Hut? Let me get some bustling sounds here. Where are we at? Here. What is it that you would like to do on your return to the city and the relative chaos that you find yourselves in?
Let's see. I know I need to go talk to, Tenders. I know... What are we going to do with him? As I point to our, companion. Yeah.
I would like to leave him here for his safety and mine, and yours, and everybody's.
What danger do I pose? And what about all of my knowledge about the ritual and things that we need to do?
Not the danger that you pose, but danger to you, because none of us trust you to use your magic. And so the last thing I'm doing is bringing someone who can't defend themselves to go fight the aspect of fire. So you're gonna have to teach me what you know so that I can do it, or that Maruk can do it, or someone else can.
No, you don't understand. The focus, the effort required to prepare the ritual to seal the aspect of fire away, it would take you away from combating the beast itself.
Do I believe this fellow?
Give me an insight check.
I would love
check.
I'll join in that insight check. I ain't that good, but yeah.
Astuto is the only one with any bling at the moment.
Yeah, I'm
3.
Yeah, I'm not gonna spend a bling. I got a 7.
Okay. He seems to be thoroughly sincere about that.
All right, I guess we'll take him with us, and he can stay out of the fight and do the thing that he says he can do.
He certainly thinks he can be helpful.
Okay, listen. Give us like the TLDR. What does this ritual involve?
Can we get out of the street?
Okay, fine. But, if you can't even talk about what the ritual involves when we're here in a friendly place that's kind of busy, I don't know if I trust you to be doing this in the middle of a battle with a world-ending monster. But sure.
You know what makes everything better? Food.
And coffee. Let's go.
Yes.
And hugs! If Mist was right here, I would have barreled into them to hug them before any of this. But if they are elsewhere, then I will wait.
Mist? Mist will be down in the shrine, in the roots.
Okay, cool. I didn't know
So
if all our
it's-
friends and loved ones were like standing in a row like a greeting party, like how people used to be at airports.
Right. He's like, saviors of Humblewood, saviors of Humblewood. I will say something, Thistlesnoot. Actually, as you think upon Mist and general religious half-noted things, you feel the almost tangible thrum of the fear that is in the city here. It is much stronger than when you were here last, with the aspect of fire gaining strength and encouraging further into the forest towards the city, and gathering power as it is, and with Hath being the god of fear and secrets, it seems like that's almost
I feel so powerful.
fueling him. That's what I was going to say. Yeah.
Your fear fuels me.
By the way, Thistlesnoot likes Maruk so much because he just terrifies everyone around them.
That's why we're friends. Okay,
It's a
got
I
it.
feel like I should get advantage on all perception checks and initiative rolls because Hath is looking out for me.
Only when Maruk is doing intimidation checks or is a very intimidating creature.
Well, hold
I know, I
that
mean,
thought.
just because everyone's so scared that Hath's presence is very, like, around right now.
Hold that thought, Hath, about Hath there, just because they are watching over you, but not quite as you envisioned just then.
I mean, really, you don't want Hath's attention that much?
Except Thistlesnoot does, just like blind, like just grinning.
Just like, I like to be special. But, yeah, okay, so I feel very powerful, and this is really nifty, but also it makes me worried. And I feel like maybe a different cleric would like to, do something peaceful, but really, were I to give a speech to be like, hey, everybody, it's okay if you die, like, you were supposed to. If you
Listen,
think you're gonna die, try not doing that.
Everybody's got their strengths, and just because you're not one type of cleric doesn't mean you aren't awesome, but I do agree that maybe now is not the time.
Well, I mean, like, everyone seems very afraid, and that's good, because if you're really anxious, then you're going to be really hyper-vigilant, and then you're not likely to get swamped by a big fire monster, because you're going to be looking out for it.
Have you seen it? It's huge.
I mean, that's the one, like, silver lining on that dark cloud is I don't think it's going to take us long to find it.
Yep. So as we're walking by, like Maruk's just so like, oh, street food, just grabbing some stuff and just randomly handing food to everybody, including our somewhat willing passenger.
He's like, oh, escargot, thank you.
So, all right. So who do you want to visit first? I know I've got to visit the tenders. Studo, anybody you need to drop by? Should we go see the seer?
I honestly don't know. I mean, if we had the money, I'd pick up a couple more fire resistance potions for everybody, but otherwise, I kind of want to just go and take care of this thing before more people get hurt.
All right.
I mean, so I want to go someplace where he can tell me all the details, all of us about the details about whatever it is we got to do, and then go do the thing. So.
All right. I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure my teacher would love to host us and his new favorite pupil.
And I have some money, I would love some more fire resistance potions. Or, if I can just grab some fire fronds and I'll just jerry rig some on the way.
Well, either
All right.
way, it sounds like the tenders are first.
Sounds good to me.
Okay, so yeah, making you out the trunk road through up towards the trunk market there. You head off towards the trunk side of things and where the headquarters of the tenders are. And as the large, fungal garden in front comes into view, you do see again. Groups of tenders coming and going from the headquarters much more than before, as the situation is clearly more dire than it had been. You make your way through along the main entranceway there, and are you heading straight towards the? Are you heading straight towards the office of Sobirson?
Well, I mean, is the activity more? Is it different? Is there something like obviously going on here, or is it just business as usual?
It's just, you know, after the Humblewood Council, the Humblewood Council, you know, increased their monitoring of the situation. It's just there's that, you know, that activity there.
Okay. Before we head towards straight to Sobirson, do I notice any of the tenders who are, I guess, higher ranked, who are maybe handing out orders or, you know, that kind of thing?
I mean, Sobirson would be up there.
Oh, well, okay then. Well, to Sobirson.
Yes. Thistlesnoot, as you go through the mushroom grove at the front, you do see Arya there. Remember that our Gerbine friend that you were out in the Scorched Grove? and half convert. Oh, it's good. It's good. I just, you know, I like to if you'll excuse the term, keep humble and you know, remember where it came from and help out here from time to time.
You're a whole hero.
I just can't sit still with everything going on. You know, I'm back from patrol, back from the Scorched Grove, but it is it's not the time to sit idly by.
I'm going to reach into my bag and give her 2 ball bearings.
She looks at them and like just brow furrows and yeah, okay. and she goes back to busying herself in the garden.
Hey, Thistlesnoot, can I have 2 of those?
Oh, of course.
And
you want a few more? If you hold them in your hand and spin them around, they make this amazing sound like chimes.
To be honest, that's kind of exactly what I was gonna do. Fidget thing, just like you were saying. And yeah, if you'll give him to Astudo, we'll actually do the whole. He won't like ball juggle. It won't be like, you know.
Contact juggling.
This isn't. I mean, we were thinking about Labyrinth beforehand,
Yeah,
you know. So but yeah, he's got pretty dexterous paws, and he'll do that thing, and where you. I've got 2 of those right over there, and I know how to do it, but I don't know what they're called. And so you do the thing with the balls, which I know sounds horrific, but like he's gonna do.
Are like tiny.
Well, so is Astudo, so it works.
There you go.
Thank you.
I think, yeah, as you head towards the you know, the ancient woodwork of the front of the headquarters there, a group, a Gallus and Vulpin pair of tenders just come quickly, like busting out of the door and just go stalking off down through the thing, like talking amongst themselves about heading off on a patrol. Their cloaks, you know, like tied about them, you know, ready for traveling. And you make your way inside, and there's just there's just a tension in the air. You know, there's just everything's going on, and it's, you know, like kind of that war room kind of like vibe where there's just the situation is happening, and you make your way through various. You know, like they have office workers here, like, you know, people doing their stuff here, just like rushing back and forth in a slightly, you know, same kind of colors and themes of tender robes were out in the field, but just more kind of city more urbanized kind of style to it.
Gotcha.
And they're especially, you find they have a lot of Gerbine working like clerical stuff here, because, you know, they can quickly nip about and not get in people's way and kind of like run about with stacks of paper and you know, and things. And you head towards Sabirson's office.
Yeah, no, I was heading straight there.
Okay. You knock on the gnarled door, and there's this like, finally, this better be that report.
I think Astudo actually does laugh. Actually.
I'm gonna open the doors.
Okay. And let me give myself a Subversion token. Boop. There he is. And the the red-furred Vulpin, like the head like snaps up. He's like, oh, "Do you know how many requests I?" Oh, Murdoch. Everyone, it's good to see you again. Yes.
I just kind of point towards Maruk, who I'm assuming is holding the staff in some way. Yeah.
Very pretty.
There's some
You been shopping?
thaumaturgy.
Yeah, so I'm going to walk up and I'm going to take the remains of some of the ancient I took and be like, so I acquired what I was looking for. It's this giant ice staff made from a frost elemental, and we had to kill an ancient to do it.
He kind of stops, like goes back in his chair and like runs his paws through his fur. Sorry, yes, of course.
I use thaumaturgy to make the sound of like a cracking tree.
He looks up, like panics for a second. And he's like, this is the Borealis.
Yeah,
it was
this
true.
is. It just I like touch something on his desk and it's just ice.
He's like, you could sense its power. So, all is prepared.
Well,
Okay.
I'm gonna look at a student and be like,
Okay, so there's one really kind of boring thing, and then there's one really important thing. The boring thing is eventually we gotta go and do what we gotta do to stop the aspect of fire with that big ice staff. And
how's that
It will-
boring?
I was gonna say,
Well,
you lead a very exciting life.
the boring part is we could really use some help getting there. So if you've got any people when we're ready to go that you could spare who could like scout ahead and help clear the way, because I have a feeling it's just gonna be difficult to get there.
He kind of like scrunches up like some of the papers on his desk, and he's like holds them up in frustration. He's like, people, resources. I wish I could tell you. I tell you,
Okay.
in the almost week you've been away, I don't know if it's the stress of the situation or anything, but there's just no communication happening. I don't know what the Humblewood Council's doing, and the perch guards aren't liaising with us properly, and we're not getting reports back from the field.
Who's supposed to be the go-between for the tenders and the council?
And as it's always been, the RNG.
the random noise generator.
What? No, we leave that to you and your inventive friends. No, the runners and gliders.
Oh, sorry, I'm new in town.
It's a branch of the the clerical services here.
Branch.
Unintentional. With the in the Elder Hut, they just deliver messages and bring things back and forth between the various departments, institutions.
Okay.
Is this just a tender problem, or is this an entire tree problem?
I don't know.
Got it. Okay.
So the runners and gliders aren't cooperating, and this has happened since Humblefolk were allowed on the council? Because I have thoughts about that.
I don't think there's any connection there. I think representation and fair, people's being involved in things doesn't affect the operations of things, and you can't blame involving a more diverse group of people for anything that might be going wrong.
I think it's probably just everybody's freaked out and scared, and there's more people here, and everything is just everybody's worried.
I hope so.
Okay.
But if we're going to be
People
able
are
to
calling off work.
combat this and allow you to deal and support you in what you want to do, then we need to figure it out.
Okay. Well,
right.
that's the boring part, and then the other part, and I'll look over at Oddwald. Apparently, there's an actual ritual that needs to be done,
Oh, yes.
and yeah, you were gonna give us the information on what we need to do.
But if we stick the staff inside the fire elemental, they'll both explode.
Not so simple, and I don't think that would solve the problem. No. It's more a fact of that's well, the ritual seal, which originally sealed away the aspect of fire, and that I, against my will, was forced to meddle with and disturb. And like Sobirson would, you thought Sobirson might be surprised, but he's clearly got this story from Oddwald as after you left him in his tender care last time.
Tender. Oh.
That was on purpose.
Today is just, it's pun central here today. Apparently, that's the penultimate episode is just punny.
Apparently, penultimate. Yes. Okay, so now you you remember that he had been made a spark and forced to mess with meddle with the seal of this conjuration magic that had the aspect of fire trapped before. It is we need to get the aspect of fire close enough for the magic to take effect, but also weaken it enough to take effect. As I had been researching before, and ill-advisedly, method-wise, but the creature must be weakened. I had dismissed the Borealis as a myth and a lost cause, but the reason that I was looking into the draining life force and the energies of the elemental creature via the Cobblefright's abilities was hoping to create that new spell is that I was wanting to weaken it enough that the Borealis or similar magics would be able to trap it, re-contain it beneath the enchantment seal and circle. It's going to require not just my knowledge and power. 2 spellcasters and arcane purveyors of the arcane arts will be required to give enough energy to reactivate the circle. And then you, with this object of legend and myth rediscovered, will need to weaken the aspect enough that we may finally bring the Borealis and the circle together, and once again seal away the danger and save the wood.
All right,
As far as
so
you need
circle.
2 spellcasters, so you've got me and Astuto and Kit and Maruk are all spellcasters.
No, you're not listening. No, you have to face the fire, the aspect of fire, weaken it enough whilst we prepare the circle.
All right, so we need 2 more people.
1 more. Like shakes
Well,
his
Mist in town,
bracelets.
we could ask them.
Oh.
I was the only person that I have knowledge of and trust in this is Susan.
Mist's in town, we could ask them.
I could also
No,
reach
I
out to
like-
the Avium. There's plenty of people there who.
I
could
don't know.
help
I
us.
like this whole. I like Susan's idea. It's she's here. We know her. She knows him, and he's, if you remember, less likely to screw her over.
Is Susan part of the CULT?
What?
No.
I thought she was sending her little familiar. No, I got confused.
That's okay. There's been a lot going on. I don't blame you.
I
just
thought
got worried
Susan
for a
was
second.
sending her familiar out and getting recruits for the church of the Spark.
That was Mist.
Thing. No, but I know that, but they
yeah.
made Mist do that. I thought Susan was like
Oh no.
behind that and doing a.
No, Susan was just Oddwald's old adventuring buddy.
I thought she was doing a sneaky with us.
Susan,
Right,
Susan's
so-
good people.
I have nothing wrong with no complaints about Susan.
Okay.
So I guess we have to go talk to Susan and try to recruit her.
I'm
All
still going to
right.
reach out to the Avum because if we got to weaken this thing, and if 2 people got to be working on the circle, we're going to need all the help we can get, right? Like, is
Hey.
this thing something in where 2 people, great, 3 people, even faster?
2 will be sufficient.
And if we had like 20, would it be better?
It's overkill, and people's talents
If
will.
we had
will
20, could we make like the Ashen Grove turn into a floodplain?
I'm
That's
sure
a
the
later.
tenders have tried that before. Surely.
I
No,
don't
that
think.
causes flash floods. You don't want that.
Also, I don't think when it comes to saving the Humblewood that overkill is a bad thing. So if we can get more people than we need, I think that's good. So I'll at the very least reach out to them and see who they can send quick.
I think if Kit were here right now and talking, they would say that you always want an understudy,
Fair.
or at the very least a swing.
Well, we have a nice group of raiders to act as our understudies. Hey, Bones, thank you. Hope you had the rest of a good session there. Welcome in, everybody. How you doing, raiders?
Enjoy our chaos.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm gonna look at Sobirus and be like, all right, we'll figure out our transport. You're busy enough running what you got to do. We're gonna go do talk to Susan, right? Susan, and then the AVM thing, and then is there anything else we can do for you before we take off? Just want to let you know we're about to go undertake the gathering of the ritual stuff, and we found the Borealis and the aspect of fire. We're gonna go turn it back into a mountain. I don't know.
Just seal it away. Magic is the answer.
Right. Seal it. Got it.
I missed my magic.
Yep, you'll be able to use it soon enough.
Oh, goody.
All right, Master. We will be on our way. I'd wish you, peace, but I wish to see you after this is done, and so you can go take a vacation.
We will see. We will see. But be careful and don't trust a messenger.
Got it.
And you head out back into the bustling area of the trunk market. Very close to where Susan's stall is, luckily.
Gotcha.
So you can just head through. So yeah, you can just see there are kind of refugees here looking for things to, supplies to buy, and getting foodstuffs to set up, and buying simple kind of like shelters and things to set up in the routes and things like that. And there are older heart residents coming, going. You see people like doing the panic buying thing, just like buying way too much bark
Toilet paper.
Yeah. It's the 2-ply. And you hear various like mutterings and conversations as you're making your way through the bustling crowds of folks here. And one thing you really notice is it's not just a problem with the official branches. Excuse me, it's the word of the government and the various factions here. There's just mixed messaging going. There's people saying, it's like, I've heard there's going to be an evacuation order. We're all to head to Salter's Port on the coast towards the water. And everyone's like, no, the Older Heart is this is a place we evacuate to, not from. Sorry, I'm quoting a local here, which is what they said about this city when the reactor was going crazy just north of here. Excuse me. Just got a flashback.
So rough.
Yeah. 14 years ago now. It's crazy.
Oof.
It's a long time. But happily, nice and safe now, so she's good. Now, so you just hear that there's a general, lack of understanding of what's going on and what's the best thing to do, and people are, not sure whether to stay or run, or they don't know what the official word is from the council. But after making your way through these various groups and the hustle and bustle of the markets, you do see the. I think as normal, you catch a sight of Normal at one point, just kind of like up above the tent and then coming back down. As they like to get away from the crowds every now and then, just take to the air a little bit. And you've come up on Susan's tent with all of its hanging dried tentacles and herbs and nuts and various things. Jars. It's like the traditional medicine stores I saw in Hong Kong. Just jars full of amazing things.
Strange things.
Yes.
As we're approaching, I'm going to walk up next to Maruk and quietly say, can you take care of talking to Susan with Oddwald?
Yeah, I can do that. What's up?
Okay, good. I don't think I will have an objective view on this. I don't want him coming with us. And so if I talk to her, he's not coming with us.
Okay.
Whether it's the
yeah.
right decision or not.
Fair. All right. I will do the talking because that's what I do. I'm the talker.
You are the party face.
Yep.
You are very good at it.
Thank you.
Step aside and I'll take a moment and
Kids like,
get a message.
You got this, buddy.
Yeah.
The bard.
If it makes you feel any better, first off, I think you're very good at talking. Second, I don't think you need to be good at talking. I think you just need to say what is going on. No one's looking for a flowery speech. People are just looking for the truth.
Oh, I don't really like flowers, so I'm good. More of an herb guy.
I mean, herbs, flower. Never mind. While you're doing that, I'll get a message off to Professor Grayeska and see what they can provide.
And I shall speak to the Susan.
Okay.
When you said that you don't really like flowers, you would have noticed Thistlesnoot's tail and ears just droop, because while we've been walking, Thistlesnoot's been casting flowering on a ball bearing because Maruk didn't get one. And then Thistlesnoot goes, okay, so I know you don't like flowers, but would you be in the mood for a little bee ball? And holds up the flowered ball bearing that has attracting bees and pollinators now that it's had flowering cast on it.
People.
Yes. Sure. I'll take that and put it in my pocket, and I get it. Thank you. Thank you. I will figure out what to do with that later. Hello, Susan.
You duck into the darkness and the acrid smells and
and I bring
curious
Oddwald with me.
aromas of the tent. And she's like, Maruk, Oddwald, alive and well, good. Hey, Wario. Cheers for the message. Hey, thanks for the sub, Wario. Who gets the spin?
Oh no.
Grow, did I have a Susan token? I can't remember. I don't. Rude. My pick? Okay, I shall roll for it. In true randomness.
Wild magic form Maruk.
No, God, no, not another one.
The first part of your wishes come true is Maruk. And it's going to be...
Please be Oops All Charisma.
Oops All Intelligence.
Okay. Also good.
That's
but like in
fine.
this moment, I thought it'd be funny.
True.
I is
Perfect.
very smart.
Okay, there you go. Give yourself a refresh then, Maruk.
Alright,
Enjoy
I
a
will
+5.
Refresh my... Do the thing. Do the refreshing.
Thank you, Wario.
Intelligence. I've got a +5. This is awesome. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh,
You
yes.
now have a better intelligence than I do.
So smart.
That's Smart the Wizard. Oh, Aratis, thank you.
Literally, yes.
Would you like us to go to Astuto or Thistlesnoot, Aratis? Also, why did the gifted something stop being Robin Hood? Rude.
Oh no.
I know. Thistlesnoot. Okay, thank you. Spin of that wheel while we're here. Doop, 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 doop. That's gonna be oops, all intelligence. All the smarts.
Oh my
We
gosh.
all smarty pants.
Oops.
No, there's 2 people smarter than me. Okay, it's fine. I'm fine with it. Totally fine with it. I'm not jealous at all. It's just my spellcasting
never.
modifier and everything. Mhm.
Fine.
If this had happened
Fine.
10 years ago, Thistlesnoot never would have left home and joined the clergy.
Okay, so
You have an epiphany right here, right now.
I was like, wait. I do know how to alchemist.
This is the blessings of Hath. They
Yeah,
are
thanks to the
a
Hedgehog.
blessing and a curse.
I think so. We kind of get our split parties. Like Astuto goes off to message Grey Esker. Maruk goes in to speak to Susan. Thistlesoot's like, I must get to the guild immediately. I have so many ideas. Okay, so Maruk, yes, you duck into that into the tent there, and Susan looks up from the snail shell cauldron, you know, underlit with the glow of whatever she's been brewing there. Your eyes water a little from the smell and the concoctions going on. She's like, "Oh, good to see you again. I thought Normal looked a little happy, buzzing about there. Yeah. Oh, you got some new bee friends, Normal. Lovely, lovely.
Bees drawn to your pocket.
We just smash cut to Maruk just like chased by a cloud of bees through the market.
Not the bees! Not the bees!
Maruk likes his coffee like he likes his covered in bees.
Thank you, Eddie Izzard. That is always welcome in this house.
Oh, yes.
Have you guys seen Chaos? The TV series Chaos?
Yes, I was so
Right.
sad that it wasn't renewed.
Yeah, me too. It's about Greek gods. If like Greek gods were real and everyone worshipped them and believed in them, in modern times. And
Is that the one with Jeff Goldblum?
yes,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yes, I watched that.
I've seen clips
awesome.
of that. I've wanted to
It was
see
great.
that. Yeah.
It's really good. It's really good. And Eddie Izzard is one of the fates.
That
Which is
totally makes
amazing.
sense.
Yeah, she's fantastic.
Yeah, she's
That's amazing.
Okay, and also again, just a name that now makes sense, having popped up in her stand-up shows so much. Has actually taken Susan as a name now.
Yeah, Sue.
So
Oh.
that was in the credits. I was like, hey.
There we go.
Okay, so.
Squirrel.
Over to bees.
My fault. Yes, so she's like, are you after anything in particular? Can I help? What you
Oh
looking
yeah,
for?
we have a particular need, and I take Oddwald, and I'm like, push him
And
forward a little
I'll
bit.
say, yes.
Oddwald will explain.
Susan, how about getting the band back together? Yes, we're
At that, I will thaumaturgia, but
and this is just us glowing. It's like we're on a mission from God. It's puns and references today is the thing apparently. And he's like, we have a possibility to put a stop to this whole aspect of fire and the danger it places us all in. But it requires the combination, just like the old days, of our magical talents. And Susan's just like, oh yeah, I've haven't dusted off the old travel wand for quite a while. But
and fire resistance potions. Those would also be beneficial.
you wanted more? Oh. So I was just working. I just made the ones you ordered.
Well, you sell that, right?
I've got bits and bobs. Let me check. and she's like, she's like rooting through the different shelves and cabinets, and
Astuto's been over on the side, like counting out words so that he can think about the message in advance, because sending only gives you 25 words.
Yep.
And he'll stop what he's doing and for a moment be like, look at it this way, you're gonna want one, right?
Good point. Yes, out of the cauldron into the fire. Yes. Well, I'll get about to brewing. Are you leaving now?
We have some other business to do. How long will it take you to prepare to travel with us?
I could get a couple by tomorrow morning.
We will be by in the morning then.
Right.
And you'll be packed then too, right?
I guess so. Yes. And she like short punches Oddwald on the shoulder, just like old times, eh? Not Oddwald. Tumbles in wizard.
Is he still shackled?
I mean, they're not joined, but they are on his wrists.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is another conversation that needs to happen, yes.
Meanwhile, in the corner, Astuto.
Yeah, as they continue to talk, Astuto's finally going to figure out his message, because of all of the characters that I've ever played who can cast Sending, Astuto is smart enough to think about what he's going to say in advance. And so he's going to cast Sending to Professor Greyasker.
Okay.
He's going to say, we have the Borealis. Need as many powerful spellcasters as we can get. How many can you get to the Alderheart by tomorrow?
Okay. So I'm seeing if the reply is similarly
Also
limited.
25 words,
It is?
yeah.
Okay, thank you.
Yep, he can reply in like mind, 25 words or less.
Okie doke.
And if it takes a moment, because Professor Greyasker is probably smart enough to spend a moment and count out 25 words.
Oh no, I looked at message, that's the wrong one. Which one's it called?
Sending. It's a
Sending.
third level.
There we go, thank you.
Yeah.
That's what I was looking for.
It's the one you can even send across planes if you're lucky.
Right? Yeah, there's only 5%.
Yeah.
I had in Chicenta's Tyranny on Friday, I had one fail as a story point to hint that someone had popped off to the ethereal plane briefly.
Yeah.
Okay. It can I can answer in a like manner. Yeah. Okay. Gotcha. Right. Bad luck, Lucy. Just self-owning with the natural ones there. Okay. The message returns. And 5 others are due to arrive tomorrow. We are half a day's travel away. Meet you, Feather's friend. Damn it. I lost my
Welcome to
preposition.
my life. Yeah. No, it's...
Goodbye, prepositions.
Right? So if I got that correctly, he said he and 5 others are going to arrive tomorrow anyway. They're half a day's travel. Okay.
Yeah, he was seemingly on the way already.
Knowing that I'm going to get a long rest, I will cast my other 3rd level sending.
Okay.
The last one I got. And why don't you finish up with Maruk? And Astuto's going to figure out what he's going to
That
say.
knowing is a bold assumption that you are making.
What knowing?
Knowing that you're getting a long rest.
Listen, we're at the very least waiting for Susan to make us fire resistance potions, or herself fire resistance potions. And if in that time we don't get a long rest, then more has gone wrong than me losing my 3rd level spell slots. So that's my balance point here.
That's fair. That's fair.
Okay, so yes, Maruk and Thistlesnoot, you are you finish up with Susan there, and Oddwald says, "Is there anywhere else we should go before everything kicks off, as it were?"
Yeah.
We just need to pop down to the roots real quick.
Yep. Me too.
Okay.
Oh, I did say we.
Merc still doesn't think it's well part of the group. No. Now, go on. I've heard you say friend several times now.
Slip of the tongue.
Disturbing images of bird tongues.
Anyway. But yeah,
yes.
actually Maruk is going to, since Susan got a bunch of stuff for him and was holding it, I'm going to grab all of the supplies that I ordered from her.
Yeah, like herbs and stuff, right?
Herbs, some cooking stuff, just a lot of ingredients kind of thing.
Okay.
And so it's kind of like, best way to put it is it's probably like a giant sack worth of stuff.
Gotcha.
And I'll just kind of like Santa it and just.
Okay.
And pretty much that's I'm ready, and I'm just waiting for Studo. We're just watching them count on their hands.
Yep. He finishes counting and then nods, and then we'll cast sending to Professor Grayasker.
Okay.
We'll be at the Feather's Friend. Be prepared to leave right away. Anyone else you recommend us gathering who might be here already?
Okay. He says, let me think.
This is so much easier when I have an excuse to think about it ahead of time. I almost only cast this spell as a cleric, and Thistle Snoot might be able to back me up here, but intelligence is often a dumb stat for us clerics. And
I don't know what you're talking about. Mine is 20.
Yeah, I know. Well, guess what? Mine is now apparently my dumb stat. So, and trying to do sending on the fly is
Thistle Snoot
so
went from
stressful.
-1 to +5.
I know. Yeah, listen, I'm trying to be jovial about it.
No, I'm calling out Jess for actually being -1.
I'm so smart.
I mean, considering these pluses stay through, how long do they stay?
And to end of next session, so till the end of the campaign.
So till the end of the campaign, I am now the third smartest person in the group.
Apologies.
Anyway, what is Professor Grayasker?
The wheel is a fickle creature.
Yep.
It's okay. Remember the 3 or 4 sessions when I was more charismatic than the bard?
I mean, I still have Upsal charisma, so I should just change my spellcast. I should just become a bard at this point.
All the drum
I am a
solos.
blade singer.
You'd be a blanger.
I would actually I'd just be a singer.
No, Blizzard.
Which would be very appropriate for this for who we're fighting.
Anyway, yes. So, Grayasker replies in Alderheart. He replies, I think the Woodland Brigade and Tenders have the skills and resources you need. Isn't Council organizing things already? We'll see the state of things.
And knowing that he can't send another sending, Astudo is just going to grumble under his breath and be like, I will think the best of him that he thinks I could do that again today. Because otherwise I think he knows better than to ask a question at the end of a sending, but okay. So Professor Grayasker is actually arriving within half a day with 5 others, and He's gonna meet us at the Feathers Friend. I warned him that we probably are gonna leave like first thing tomorrow, so they're probably arriving, sleeping, and leaving with us. And then he said to talk to the Woodland Brigade and the Tenders about getting more help, which sounds like either we need to really quickly fix their communication problems or just convince people to leave their posts.
That sounds like a lot to do.
It does. It does.
Yeah,
So we'll go talk to Thistlesnoot's friend, right? And then after Thistlesnoot's friend, we'll go talk to my parents, right? And then after you're done talking to my parents, then we'll go talk to the council, right? Right? I like this plan. All right, we're good. Yep.
Sure.
So what was with the fingers?
Well, you only get 25 words in ascending, and so you got to think about it ahead of time, and it's just easier for me to count it out on my paws.
What if you spoke in a language that used really long words?
It's still 25 words, so if you spoke in a language and where like one word has a lot of complex meanings, that'd actually be really efficient. But
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, I heard about this mythical language called German that does that.
That's
but
literally what I was just thinking. I was like, German would be great for sending.
German would be amazing. Sendings would last an hour.
Back five and fist. Yeah.
German and Welsh were like made for sending.
Right?
Oh.
Right?
Sorry, learning Welsh is hard.
I don't think Welsh words have long meanings. They just have a whole bunch of letters.
They're just long words.
Yep.
Yeah,
What's
Maybe
that
the
mean?
opposite.
It's 18 letters long. What's it mean? Index finger.
My dad lived in Wales for a year and taught his dog a few things made it bilingual, like bilingual pup.
Oh wow, that's cool.
And my cousins speak Welsh, half Welsh.
That's impressive.
Yeah. One of which, speaking of more musical relatives, one of which is a harpist and has performed in the White House for Bill Clinton back in those days. A youth.
Time ago.
Yeah, a long time ago.
That's very cool.
Okay, so you head on out, and sorry, where are you heading first?
Like-
Thistlesnoot's friend is on
let's
the
go to
way. Yeah, like basically because my parents are farther down from Thistlesnoot's friends, right?
Aren't they both
Just
in the roots?
different parts of the routes, yeah.
Yeah, no, what I mean by like pathwise is like it's we'll get to their friends quicker than we get to my parents. Kind of like it's more on the way.
Yeah.
I think it's much of a muchness. Yeah, it's like because your parents are over in Pesselhaven, which is
Right.
where the old fungal farms used to be,
Mhm.
and is being repurposed now. And then the Huth Shrine is in Rootbraid, where you chased the orphans.
Sure, Bean Gang.
Yours sounds better, Jess. Yes.
All right, let's go talk to your friends first because I don't know what my mom's gonna do when she sees me. So.
Okay.
I mean, I think we know she's gonna hug you.
Oh no, hugging. Yeah, I just don't know when she'll let go. So.
Okay, that's fair.
Aw.
So, you make your way down through, and again, just the uncertainty and confusion seems to reign throughout. You see various exasperated perch guards, like not knowing where to send people properly. There's been a real breakdown in communication. Here.
Yes. Oh, by the way, I'm also keeping an eye out for for basically the messengers,
Okay, give
to
me a-
see
give me a
if you
perception check.
actually. Oh, okay. Well.
It's a good idea.
It's
Mhm.
guidance for
DC's
that.
not too low. We got some guidance. Okay.
Okay.
DC's not
let's
too
see.
low with the crowds of folks.
Said perception correct.
I did.
Perception and 13.
13.
You can add a D4 to that because of guidance.
Oh, yep.
Woo!
Yay.
Okay.
I mean, DC's
14.
Hey!
It's just too, and 'cause especially here because you're going down through that main kind of atrium at the ground level of the trunk, and it's just so many people coming and going, especially traversing between the neighborhoods and stuff is really tricky. And on this journey, I'm afraid you don't find anyone. So, yeah, you go delving down, and after a while, the large, airy spaces of the trunk give way to the hollowed-out roots of the tree, and you find yourselves arriving at the underfall, that kind of central hub area, and again, you see hard-pressed perch guard there, trying to deal with folks and refugees, coming to send folks off to what places that are available. And it seems like the flow of information is a little better down here. But you could imagine they probably rely on their own people, and it's not so much as a problem with different departments trying to communicate to each other. It's just communities communicating with each other, so they're actually just using their own people. So you definitely see that as a stark contrast. There's much more organization down here as to where people need to go. And you actually discover our hedge friend. Quickly looks through notes. What was her name? Oh goodness, what was her name?
Susan?
No, different. Other hedge. In the root braid.
Oh, the like mom, like the granny lady.
one that
The
saved the
elderly, the elderly Turbines. Yeah, Estera Warmheart.
God, what a great name.
So yeah, the elderly hedge, Estera Warmheart, is there. Just one of the strongest community leaders down in this level of things, and you can see, although still in early stages, improvements have started and then halted again as chaos kind of took over a bit, and the situation kind of took over. But the beginnings of improvements to the situation down here has begun, and you see her with a group of volunteers of various humble and bird folk, whereas down here before it was almost purely humble folk. You see a group of volunteers directing some recently arrived refugees towards Pesselhaven and detailing them in places they can get set up. Actually, I think you noticed some of the folks you'd seen buying shelters up in the trunk market made their way down here, and it seems to be a bit of a role reversal. It's like this down here where it was kind of lawless and chaotic has become the place that works, whereas up above with all of the institutions and everything has gone to shit a little. So you make your way through the areas and towards Pesselhaven, and again it's that really nice kind of weird kind of disconnect from the feeling of the other places, where all the brightly coloured kind of storefronts and buildings of Pesselhaven around that central area where you had confronted the Gerbines before. And Thistlesnoots, you do see your friend Mist walking across the square with a large bundle of things wrapped up in a gingham handkerchief in their arms.
I will first, seeing Astera, give her like a little salute, and then just go barreling towards Mist. And I'm like, Mist, you're helping! We're all heroes!
Don't accost me when I can't hug you.
And I give Mist a big hug.
She said, Murdoch, hold this. Yay!
And we'll jump up and down and hug.
And she turns and she looks very sincerely at you, Astuto. It's like, again, thank you for realizing what was the problem. I almost endangered my dearest friend.
Listen, I'm just glad that we were able to save as many people as we could.
Yes. What's gonna happen?
Now we have something even more in common.
Indeed. I mean, you think I'd be...
Because we both sparked, and Astuto didn't kill either of us.
Yay!
I mean, in fairness, that second one, there's a long list. Like, that is not a rarity, okay? So, just to be very clear, okay?
And she takes the bundle back from Maruk. You, on the other hand, now, as we were saying, the one problem with being down here in the roots, down is Pesselhaven's lovely, and it's been great to get the shrine up and running and things. And I mean, you think I'd be more au fait and okay with secrets and things, but there's not much information coming down here. What's the situation? What's going on? I mean, we just see the constant flow of refugees.
Much information getting anywhere.
Really?
Well, there is a big fire guy who's on their way, and we're gonna go be heroes and stop that. But it seems like everybody's really stressed out and no one's communicating.
Right.
In a way, is kind of nice because, like, everyone is, being attuned to the danger, and also, not saying more than they should. So in a way, that's nice. But at the same time, it's not very helpful for a dangerous situation when you want collaboration. It's one thing to run and hide in a burrow, but it's another thing, when you need like teamwork.
Yeah, collaborating, listening.
Well, she puts a hand on
Even meerkats have somebody on lookout.
She puts a hand on your shoulder, Thistlesnoot, and she's like, well, if there's a mystery, look to the stars. Come on. And
I am so easily led.
yeah. Stuto, do you detect magic just in case? You get flashbacks. She's like, come on, this way.
I think, yes, actually, because this feels way too familiar. And
right.
Also, I mean, not just... he's pretty sure Thistlesnoot and her friend are fine from everything that we've learned. But as we're walking, he'll actually say to Maruk, I'm just going to make sure I'm keeping an eye out from more sparks, because something tells me that... I wonder if the breakdown in communication is suddenly all the people who are communicating aren't interested in giving communication anymore.
That's smart. Yeah, definitely. Do your thing.
And so yeah, I'll get detect magic going.
Okay.
Wait, are sparks like a hive mind?
You... No, telepathy and psionic stuff is found over and below on Saturdays. You cast the spell, Astuto, and you can still trace the remnants of spark that were in Thistlesnoot and Mist, but not active, not controlling in any way.
Okay.
Now you follow eagerly along there, Thistlesnoot, and you see that away from the bright coloured awnings and fronts of the main kind of square of Pestilhaven, there is an alleyway. No, it's not fair. It is a road, a thoroughfare with businesses and buildings on it, but it's much darker and kind of tucked away on the outskirts of Pestilhaven there, and in the shadows on the edge of this vibrant little community, there is the dark exterior. It's just like the gothic exterior of what can only be a shrine of Hath. As you see, it almost reminds you of Oakhart's charred wood, just the darkness of the wood. But you see, it's natural. It's not charred by flame, and you pass along the main area there, and into the tranquility for some, slightly unnerving, eerie silence for others of the interior of the shrine. Shaped wooden columns line the short distance to the altar itself, and the wooden altar is fairly unadorned, except for carved into the front are the stars of the constellation that Hath was born from, said to have been born from. And I think with the focus on secrets and that kind of thing, I think there's a lot of like confessional style booths along the edges of the walls here where people can come and receive guidance or give information and look to hear the secrets of Hath. And Mist
just immediately relaxes. Coming in here like like a suburban mom showing up at the spa.
Mist kind of like nudges you and like pulls the black hood cowl like over, like down below the eye level.
All right, I will be right back. It has plummeted 10 degrees in the last 20 minutes, and
Wow.
it's getting to be like 38 degrees outside, and my
Jeez.
thermometer says it's 59 in my room. So
Yeah, no, get some heat. Get heat.
Sorry, missed that, Jess. Sorry, didn't come through.
Oh, it's just warm in here, and I said I'm so jealous.
Okay, so yes, Astuta, what are you doing as Thistlesuit and Mist kind of cowl up and kind of move into the shrine?
That is such a good question. Astuto is antsy. He's been antsy ever since we arrived. With like, we've got the thing we need. I want to go. I want to go do the thing. I want to go finish this. Every moment that we take is another person who's losing their life, is another person who's losing their home, is another, like, that's the thoughts that keep going through his head. And so, as much as this is supposed to be a temple of calm, he's going to start to pace. And it's basically, he'll just like circle the place. And if anyone asks, especially if it's like Maruk or Thistlesnoot, he'll claim that he's doing it. I'm looking for sparks. I'm looking to make sure there aren't any, sparks hiding out here, which is not 100% a lie.
Mm-hmm.
But that's the reason is he's just got too much anxiety to sit and wait. And he doesn't want to interrupt Thistlesnoot, so he's gonna put his energy into pacing around the temple slowly.
Oddwald's like, you need some ball bearings too.
Yeah, but I don't want to make that much noise here.
Fair. And Thistlesuit Mist kind of links elbows with you, and are you going to the altar?
Yeah.
What would you like to do?
Yeah. I'm gonna say,
There you go.
because I think it's less about
Cozy
like
Mark.
praying and more about like being open to listening, right?
Yeah.
So I'll just kind of go up there and like just kind of sit
Mm-hmm.
and make it known that like I'm ready.
It's more of a meditative thing, right? Yeah. It's
Yeah,
like
it's
being
more
open to receiving.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I'll like look at the stars, but also like be aware of my surroundings, but also open to any inspiration or guidance that may come my way.
I think they've definitely got a bunch of those kids' room stickers on the ceiling, like the glowing stars.
The ones that they got though are biodegradable.
yeah, definitely.
I lived in a place with those, and the landlord had painted them over, and you could still see them through the paint.
Sorry, that blew my mind.
Do you think Hath does pews, or are there just different like nooks and places
No.
to be private?
I think it's just nooks and like roots and mats, and it's dark and woody and foresty in here.
Absolutely. Yeah, I think being so
Like it's
linked
cozy.
to right, being so linked to Hath is often followed by rangers and things out in the forest. So I think there's definitely those columns of shaped wood actually do resemble like spreading trees up at the level, but with gaps where these stylized stars are present on the ceiling, just to give that connection to the vast unknown above, even in the depths here. And you sit yourself down, close your eyes, and open your consciousness to this place. You had never been directly conversed with. As with all followers of Hath, it's never messages, the word of God. It's ideas and inspirations and things which you can act upon and be safe, or ignore at your peril. And you just get a notion in your mind of how it's never right to shoot the messenger, but sometimes the messengers are to blame. And you see a silhouette of trees with an angry orange glow behind them. And you can sense the malevolent presence of the aspect of fire closing. And you can hear the prayers to the various aspects of the Amaranthine, the various beings and gods and deities. But all of it is in some part going to Hath, because it's all fueled by fear. So you can feel these messages, these pleas, these worries, concerns being voiced in temples throughout the Elder Heart. But pieces of it are coming here, to this place of secrets and shadows down in the roots. And you feel connected to that concern, that fear, but also because it's coming from so many diverse parts of the tree and so many diverse peoples of the wood, you feel yourself gaining a perspective on things that you'd never had before. You understand the fears of these various humble folk and bird folk, both from the canopy and from the forest floor. The way that this existential threat to the entirety of the Humblewood, the entirety of the peoples, needs to be stopped. Please make it stop. And you just hear... No, that's, I guess, again, so there's no direct voice. You become aware of an inkling that this understanding, this connection can only inform you for the better. And I would like you to roll me 2 d20s, please.
15 and a 4.
Okay. Please make a note of those 2 numbers, as you now have the Divination Wizard's Portent ability.
Ooh!
Oh, damn.
You may roll 2 d20s and choose to substitute them for a roll before it is made at any point be that
Damn.
an ally or an enemy. So you can give the higher number to a friend and the lower number to an enemy.
Those are good portents.
Those were good rolls for the first one, yeah.
Yeah.
Important.
So,
That's so cool.
enjoy. Yes. Okay.
Who's the messenger who's to blame?
Yes.
Who do I need to take out?
Let me at him.
Oddball.
I mean, don't tempt me.
Muruk, Astuto, after a while, Thistle Snoot opens their eyes and seems to be almost emerging from a deep reverie, and you see in the darkness of their eyes just the glitter of starlight before it just dissipates. Much as you'd
So?
seen in Susan's eyes, and she did her seeing.
So, feel better?
I feel different. But in a good way.
How so?
And I want to stop the fire thing.
So the
Well-
same.
I
Yeah,
feel
but-
better equipped to do that.
Okay, all right.
Oh,
I thought for a second you were saying that you didn't want to stop the fire thing before, and now you want to stop the fire thing. But that makes way more sense.
No. But you know, the fire thing is not doing this of it. It's not doing this because it's wanting to. There's reasons. And maybe it's not the one behind this. So once we stop the fire thing, I'm saying maybe we're not done.
That was your comforting thought? You know, that's fine. That's fine. If that means that half thinks that we're gonna survive the fire thing in order to do something else, I'll take it.
Out of everything we've been through with the fire thing, who would you say is the messenger?
The sparks.
The ant? No, wait. No. What's her familiar? The flying thing. Susan's.
Oh.
Normal?
Normal?
I don't know. It's a messenger.
It is a messenger.
But specifically a messenger for the aspect of fire, I would.
Who made the prophecy about us?
I mean, for the cult of rejuvenation, or the bad part of of that, then yeah, the sparks definitely make sense.
Mm-hmm.
Well, funny thing about prophecies is you don't know what they are, really, until it happens and you're at the end, and then you go, oh, that's what it was about.
Mm-hmm. At this point, also, I think we're well past anything the prophecy had.
Oh, I who knows? I just, you're the chosen one, so I get it.
I think the whole point of the prophecy was we were all the chosen ones, not just me. But whatever.
Put it differently, if you weren't going to shoot a messenger, but you were going to hold them responsible and ensure that justice was served, who would you say was the messenger?
I mean, right now it sounds like the messengers here are doing the bad job.
You know what? I didn't think of that. You're the smartest person I know.
Okay, so we gotta go shoot someone.
No, I think the RNG department is going to get a very stern talking to or get chucked off the tree.
Well, we're gonna go see Marok's parents, and then we're gonna go talk to the Humble Council. So, I guess that'll be next.
Sounds like a plan. I'm down for violence. So
Didn't even consider a non-metaphorical messenger. Oh my goodness, Astuto.
Oh, I
This
wasn't
is why
even.
you went to school.
You know what? It takes the both of us, because sometimes you consider the metaphor, and I'm just looking at the math, and sometimes you need both. So yeah, Marok's family, and then go yell at the Bird Council or the Humble Council.
Okay.
down.
So
And I will just whisper like a thank you to the stars and give Mist a little head tousle because I don't want to interrupt their meditation, but I also want to let them know that like gently I am leaving.
they keep their eyes remain closed, but they smile. Okay. And you head up and out of Pistlehaven and over to the old fungal farming area where Maruk's village had relocated. It is much more bustling than it had been before. There was a kind of gloom and kind of despondency to it before, but now there seems to be a real purpose in the whole area. You see, new arrivals going along the main thoroughfare of that area, camps being set up. As you approach through the outskirts, you see new camps, new groups of people, some that clearly knew each other already, others who are being welcomed and introducing themselves to new neighbors, and getting set up there. And then you get onto the more developed and established communities. It's like a progress chart as you get closer in towards Maruk's parents' place of these more settled, more established groups of people. And when you reach Maruk's village, the area here is equally bustling, but for a different reason. There's clearly some sort of initiative going on here, and the bakery has become the focus of the settlement, and just loaves and loaves are being shipped around on carts and things and going out to the various refugee camps and positions. And it seems that there's a whole going back to our World Central Kitchen fundraiser, there's a whole initiative here to feed the folks that need feeding, and your parents seem to be right at the center of it, at least.
So as we're approaching, and I see the the bakery's back up and running, I'm going to warn everybody, be like, all right, so you met my mom when she wasn't in the kitchen. Different rules. 1, don't touch her unless she touches you. 2, don't touch anything she's baking or near her. 3, if she asks you to do something,
That looks really
do it.
good. And
Oh no, it's going to be
within
amazing. I have no
reach.
doubt. But also, just she might be a little more bossy and scary.
Well, if it means that she's feeding all these people, then it's totally worth it.
Oh yeah, that's
I
my
like
mom.
the
But
bowls.
she might let you. I'm not sure. That's kind of an end of the day kind of thing. So
Yeah, we can do a quick hi and then go do the Humble Folk Council and then come back. Because like, as much as I would be more than happy to help your parents feed everybody, we've kind of got a deadline.
So what I'm gonna do is I'm be like, all right, so if we're gonna make this quick, you guys want to stay right here, and I'm just gonna run over and drop some stuff off.
I nailed a spatula with some batter on it.
I don't want to risk my life, but I'll see what I can do.
Also a jar, because if Thistle Snoot is going to start to make her own sourdough starter, she's going to need a jar.
Kit says, I am not going to see this thing through and potentially head back to the Feywild without having met your parents.
Oh yeah, she hasn't yet.
Nope. And Jazz missed it again.
All right, well let's all go in quick, and
All right,
I think
follow me.
I trust you to be clear that like if your mom asks us to do something that we have to politely decline.
What I'm going to do is I'm going to follow my old trick of
Take
instead
over
of going
10%.
straight to my mom, I'm going to go around and look for my dad to see where he is. And just try to avoid my mom wherever she's looking.
Okay.
Just like, all right, find dad, find dad, find dad, find
So
dad.
yeah, you come through, and again, there are faces you recognize, faces you don't, as various volunteers are here. People from other camps coming to collect, people helping load up, and your father is loading up a cart with various. Just these are very, not what your mother's capable of. What your parents are capable of, both of them together. These are just very serviceable, quickly created as quickly as possible, in as bulk as possible loaves.
Oh yeah, it's not artisanal. It's bread. Need lots of bread. Lots. Go. I get it.
Yep.
Yeah.
Definitely fungal flour is in here, and you can see the various groups are also have also been going out, and through as you're coming through the area, they have been harvesting the wild, tangled remnants of what was left over from the farming from before, because a lot of the varieties that were being cultivated here were left to just go wild, and and many of them have grown. Some of them have grown beyond being edible, and there were other invasive species and things coming in, flora and fauna. But there's a great deal of usable fungus here, which is all being appropriated and used for the effort.
Like zucchini. Got it.
Yeah. And
Listen, oh my god, half of this is probably zucchini bread, and she can't keep up. Like seriously.
and your father's helping load a cart there.
I'm just gonna kind of walk up near him and be like, "Looks kind of heavy. You need help?"
Maruk, bring it in. He's like
Man hug.
One wing hug, one wing like still loading loaves. He's like, what are you doing? Why me first? Are you serious?
All right, mom's in go mode. I'm guessing. I have no time to actually help in the kitchen, so I need you to run and be my shield.
Help for any length of time in the kitchen.
I bring a bribe, and I hold up the giant sack.
We kind of need him to go stop the big aspect of fire, and so we could either help in the kitchen or save the Humblewood.
There's that too.
Best of luck to you.
I don't want to. I'm yeah. So if I could just follow you into the kitchen, and you present mom with the goods, and I'll just be like, and then skedaddle.
He's like he like looks around, like his beak like twitching this way and that. He's like, oh look, a shipment of flour. Go stalking.
Fine.
Hey, thanks for the raid, Forger Floor.
All right. So at which point, since my dad's not going to do anything, I'm going to go to the kitchen and be like, all right, guys, you know the rules. Come on.
We're gonna break them all. Come on.
Nope. No. We're not going to break them.
Except for the don't touch her, because
Yep,
you never want to touch someone unless they give you permission. But the other
Got it.
stuff, I'm pretty sure we're gonna break.
Yeah, probably. I look at Oddwald and I look at him and I'm all
Dough
like,
scraps that have been like
Don't.
rolled out on the counter.
oh, don't do that. Don't do that. Don't. I see you looking. I will ask.
I would like to use opportunistic thief to take those dough scraps and conceal them immediately in my mouth.
Okay, yeah, no problem. So yeah, you go heading over towards Maruk, tentatively like peering through the door.
Just look at the door.
Sneaking in.
The plants and things that you crafted, Druid crafted around the doorway are thriving, like way.
I'm gonna be like, delivery for Mrs. Dreadcrest.
There's just like the contrast between the outside, even in the roots here, like the darkness kind of inside is just like the orange glow of the oven. And kind of spins around, and it's just like, finally.
I hold on to Oddwald. I'm all like, don't run, don't run, don't run,
Wing
don't
points.
run, don't run.
Aprons there.
What?
Now.
We're really sorry. We can't stay. We need to go save the Humblewood.
Look.
Yes, what Astuto has said. I need to go. I am very busy. I love you. Bribe. And I just like hand her the giant sack of just like all of the ingredients and cooking stuff. And it's all that. I love you. I love you. I love you. I love you. Remember, I'm the only child. So I love you. I'll help when I get back.
I'm Mrs. Dreadcrest Baruchajak Euro.
And I just like clamp her mouth shut. Just yeah, no. We've got. Okay, Mom. I'm very busy. You know, So Beerson. He sent me to go do some things. Oh, by the way, I found this really cool looking staff, and I like hold up the icy staff. And I was all like, if it survives, we can make like ice cream cakes.
The magic of the staff quenches the oven, and we see the three of you just running out as like pots and pans come flying.
just I need me too.
Could have started it back up again for him. Why did you have to push me out? I could have started it back up.
It's just,
have no fury like a
wing
woman
just
with
comes
no
out, grabs
fire.
Astuto by the scruff, like yanks them back in.
I'm gone for 12 seconds, and then
Some more dough scrap.
as I will use green flame blade if I absolutely need to, but I got prestidigitation, so I will just relight everything and then be like, "We'll be back after we've saved everyone. Goodbye," and then run.
It's like just comes out like bear hugging Astuto and just like plumps them on the things. You've got lovely friends, but you're not going to come back here traipsing that ice all around the house again.
Nope, totally won't do it. Nope, I'll leave it outside next time. Got it. One small favor, Mom. Do you have a bread start in a jar? I kind of owe somebody, and I said you might help me out.
No, just like disappears inside. A few seconds later, comes back. Here's 5.
Thanks, Mom. I love you. And I
I
literally
love
give
you
her
too.
give her a peck on the cheek. And
Boom, boom.
The only way both focus. Of course. And then pretty much just be like, okay, got the done. We're okay. We oddball. Okay, we got what we need. Okay, love you. Bye. Off and run, and then I just literally like
mason jars. Is that why I wasn't supposed to eat them?
no, you just yeah, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Here,
Taking my cuffs off, so I could have done animate objects and helped her out a bunch.
yeah, that wouldn't have went so well. Anyway, hand Astuto all of the starts here.
Just
I'll hand
Switch.
one to Thistle Snoot.
switch Oddwald and Mickey and Fantasia. Okay.
This Snoot is fascinated by this.
I was
I
gonna
realize how fascinated you are, and I give you a second because I figure the first one you're going to start to experiment on, it's going to go bad. So here, why don't you take 2, and we'll drop the rest of this off with whoever else that Maruk owns.
I just wanna point this out. It's fungal bread,
I mean, it's
not regular flour.
but it's very common throughout the wood. I think you're okay.
Oh yeah, no. just reiterating that to them.
Okay.
So we're gonna go scare some bird folk, right?
Yeah.
Now, never let it be said QuestJunkiesUK railroads anyone as I sulk over here in GM and his lost baking skill challenge.
Listen, you gave us the best out, which is saving the world. So I mean, can't really trump save the world.
Fair.
There's a hierarchy of needs, and the Laszlo says bread it is not as high as saving the universe.
I don't ask Maruk's mum that, but yeah.
Thistle Snoot seriously begs to differ.
I think Maruk's mom does agree, or else we would not have made it out of there alive.
That's very true. Very true.
This also says through a mouthful. There's a happy medium, surely.
I think we managed that. I'm also adding to my inventory that I have 3 fungal bread starters in a can in jars. I don't know when I'm gonna use them, but I got them now.
Portable ovens. Portable ovens you can bake on the way. Oh, ooh. That's the plan.
I don't know if I like this, but I'm here for it.
Little stars sparkle around Thistlesnoot.
As her brain's just firing, literally. It's just...
This is why I was blessed today.
And this is kids. This is why I have parchment. Just walking behind you, taking dictation. Okay. So, all the way up to the council.
Yeah.
To the council.
To the council.
Okay. It is quite a journey up through, again, all the bustling branchways and the folks coming and going, the flow of refugees down into the roots.
I would still like to keep an eye out for messengers.
I would also like to continue to have detect magic on.
Yes, indeed. Give me another...
I'm working on making a portable oven.
Absolutely. Give me another perception check, Rook.
No guidance, I'm busy.
19.
Oh, none needed. Okay. I was going 15 was you just missed it before with 15 was the DC I was thinking. Okay, you see, let's see. You see a little kind of like butcher bird kind of looking raptor bird folk. Just strutting along with a leather satchel, looking worried and put upon. Stressed out.
I'm going to point them out. I'm going to look at them like, I found a messenger. We're going to have a talk. And I'm just going to... right for the messenger.
Beeline with your barbarian.
I was going to let you make the joke. Yeah.
And that was a stretch. You head on over. They're kind of just like going, like dipping. You kind of lose sight of them a couple of times as like people come in front of you, again they have that. you remember the goat narrator from the Elderheart Guide and his massive cow-like creature. There's a couple of those kind of like lumbering through, those. Alderaan like beasts of burden that they have in Star Wars. There's like massive shaggy things in the Mandalorian and stuff. And you lose sight a couple of times. I can't remember, but you see and you see them, and their plumage is quite kind of reds and greens in a band across the back of the nape of their neck there, which you keep catch sight of a couple of times, and you are closing on them. And they're kind of muttering them to themselves, like, it's too much. And you catch up with them.
So I'm not gonna grab him or touch him. I'm just gonna kind of like keep pace, walking next to them, and be like, "Greetings, messenger."
Yes. They're clearly.
And I make sure to like pull my tender symbol out so it's visible. So.
Greetings. Yes.
Having issues?
Oh.
I hear you guys short-handed? What's going on?
It's just everything going on. Everything's so busy.
Mm-hmm.
Going on? What do you mean?
Mm-hmm. Well, I have a good authority that seems some of you might not be doing your job, or you're short-handed, or maybe overworked, but messages aren't making it places where they're supposed to in a timely manner.
What do you mean? I mean, overworked, yes, but not delivering messages. I have a bunch right here. I just came from the gates. Reports gathered from returning patrols.
And those go where?
Well, you see, this is the genius of it. There's the new hub.
Hub, you say?
Yes, I used to have to climb all the way up to the canopy and then glide back down. But now we only have to go halfway, so we can get back to the entrance in half the time.
Oh well, is there a hub master or somebody I can talk to straighten out a miscommunication?
It's in the routeways. Sorry, no. I'm trying to remember the name of it. What's it called? 2 seconds.
The mailroom?
No,
Yeah.
it's
I don't know why, but I think of like pneumatic tubes and roots now for some
Right,
reason.
no, it's in the Warrens.
Mm.
Just repurposed housing spot. They changed it just with the crisis and everything going on. So we deliver to there, and then they deliver it on, and vice versa.
Oh.
I assume.
Oh, so is that where you're going now?
Yes, absolutely.
Oh, well, mind if we join you? We've got some business there.
Why not?
Good. So as I'm walking, I'm like, so how long you been a messenger?
I've been gliding for let's see, couple of seasons now.
Oh, good. You enjoying it? That everything great?
I mean, it was much easier before, but I mean, if it helps, right?
Oh, right.
Everything we can do to combat everything that's going on.
Ever make it over to the tenders? Talk to any of those people?
I delivered once or twice.
Oh, okay. Cool.
But now I got promoted to a longer run because Warrens to the tenders is so close.
Very, very nice. Very nice. So has there been like a hierarchy change with all this going on? Somebody new running the show, or?
Oh, just the new go-betweens, in the middle there. Yeah.
Ah, okay. All right. Sounds like that's okay. Sounds like that might be the issue. We'll deal with it then. Hey, so who's in charge of the hub anyway? Like,
oh, we don't know. We just deliver them to the front there, and then they get processed. It's a lengthy process, but necessary, and then sent on their way.
Gotcha. All right. Well,
They don't know who they work for.
in that case, well, since we're heading that way anyway, quite literally, I can take your satchel and deliver it for you because we have to deal with messages anyway.
Very kind, friend, but no, that can't be allowed. No, these are important communiques. They must go to the sorting office.
Yeah, that's exactly where we're going.
But they can't be just delivered by anybody. We are trusted with our position for a reason.
I'm like holding my staff, and I kind of like fiddle with my tenders necklace and be like, I'm not just anybody.
Do you have a message from the tenders you want me to deliver?
Yes.
Then let's go.
Okay.
You make your way up to the trunk level again, and off into this area known as the Warrens, which are like tunnels in the trunk off the main market area. And there is a large collection of buildings which you can see has been wood shaped to make it into one kind of complex, but it was clearly smaller residences before, and there are other bird folk and humble folk with similar bark satchels coming and going.
I'm going to lean over to a student and be like, hey, Astudo, you want to do that fancy eyeball magic trick?
Oh, yeah, always. Yeah, I've just basically continually had detect magic up, ritually casting it whenever I can.
Okay.
Just keeping a literal eye out for problems.
Yep. No sparks evident.
My dumbass was like, "You have arcane eye?"
I mean, yes, actually, in a very low level way.
We're gonna follow them to the sorting office.
Yeah, I don't.
Or the delivery place or whatever.
Yeah, the sorting office is what they called it. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, I don't see anybody yet. Listen, if it's one person we come across, I'm just gonna get rid of it. If it's a bunch of people, I'll let you know.
Fair enough.
Okay. You make your way in and kind of get sucked up in the flow of messengers coming and going from this very, very busy hub, clearly. And the central area is like they've cleared out whatever used to be there, and there is a newly created counter along the front, and you just see a row of humble folk and bird folk, fairly kind of clerk-looking types, with several of them with spectacles, and just like sheaves of paper being delivered and being sorted and put into like the pigeonholes in the back there. But it's like it's a divider between walls, so they've been put into pigeonholes and then taken out from the other side by staff on the other side. It's just a bustle. Considering this is the place that seems to be slowing things down, it's fairly frenzied. It's lots of activity going on.
Gotcha. So it's basically all the messengers are and they're just cramming stuff in the holes and then taking off.
Delivering, getting a stamp of receival and then heading off. Yeah.
Gotcha. So I'm gonna wait till our messenger friend gets his stamp and walks off, and then I'm going to talk to the stamper.
Okay. They are. Let's see. They are a streak, the owl folk. There, and it's like one of those tawny. Is it tawny owls that have the kind of like, or is it eagle owls that have the kind of ear like tufts? I forget, but yes.
In Humblewood, it's whichever you say.
Fancy. Yes, it is a streak with tufts coming out, almost like ears protruding, and they look up and like push spectacles up onto their beak. Yes.
Greetings. I'm on tender business. I was wondering if I can speak to the
delivery pickup.
Actually, it's talking about deliveries and pickups. I need to talk to whoever's in charge around here. There's been some issues.
I'm the shift representative.
Who do you answer to?
The sorting office chief.
Yes, and where are they?
In the back. They're very busy sorting through things. And
Gotcha. So I go through this door over here to talk to them.
I'm afraid that can't be allowed. We're in the thick of things here. You must be aware of the situation that is going on.
Oh, I'm very aware.
Yes. Well,
yes.
Also, that's half the problem, is that most people aren't aware. Stuff isn't getting delivered.
What do you mean? Everything's coming in, being sorted, going out on its way?
So, just putting this out there. So you know who the tenders are, right?
Yes.
You know who the leader is, Sabirson, right?
Not Sabirson, but the leader, yes.
One of them. Okay. So, I am on, basically, they've let us know that no messages have been making it back to them whatsoever. So I'm here to straighten things out.
Clacks is big. Preposterous. No, everything comes through and is sorted and dealt with and is delivered out through the delivery section. This is receivals.
Where's delivery?
Through the other side of the sorting office.
Oh, good. Thank you. We'll just go talk to delivery. And I start walking towards the door.
Yeah, we just follow.
Well,
yep.
Waste of time. And then, you go out to the front and you see there's another doorway next door where people are coming out with documents as opposed to going in. You head in there, and again, there's another kind of like pigeonhole divider, and things are being put through from the back and then taken out and given to runners and gliders.
Is there the equivalent of the stamper on that side?
There are people who are bringing them together into one's going to the same place and giving them to a delivery runner. Yes.
Gotcha. So I'm.
Go ahead.
I'm going to basically look like. I'm just going to like look at one of the sorters and be like, "Excuse me."
It's like a tall, kind of like gracefully necked, fawn-colored servant. Yes.
So we're here on behalf of the Tenders Guild to talk about missed deliveries.
Anything that comes through is sent on its way.
Well, it's not making it. So, since you're the delivery department, do I need to talk to the sorting master to kind of deal with this?
We will look into it. We can interview our runners and gliders, make sure everything's okay.
Here's the thing: is it's been going on for a while. I was sent here by the tenders to straighten this out. So if I can just talk to the sorting master and we can get this hammered out real quick, I can be on my way. You guys can be on, do what you need to do.
Give me a persuasion check.
Right. I don't have physical dice right now. It's digital. Okay.
Slap your back with guidance.
All right. Okay. Oh God! Oh God! No! No! Please no! No!
Ooh,
Plus, that's
you have a crystal, right?
Do I have a crystal?
only
No, I
has
don't.
to
No.
does.
Can I give my crystal to
Sorry.
Maruk?
Sorry.
Let's
You
see
know
here.
what?
Let's see here.
Oh God, is it worth it? Because I did do invoke the Amaranthine, so I could be like, actually, you got an 18.
I mean, we're coming towards the end of the day. You'll get
It's-
new
Yeah.
rolls before you leave.
Yeah, so actually, you got an 18, and then whatever your
So that's
modifier
21.
is on top of that. There you go.
They look,
Teamwork.
God is now involved. Conversation.
their eyes momentarily fill with stars. Yes, come right this way.
And we follow.
And there's like lift up counters sections, and they kind of guide you through. It's like this is most irregular.
Yes, well, it's dire times, so irregular things need to happen.
I have a question. As someone who, is not in a shipping guild, but it was raised in like a merchant guild bustling place, does this seem typical busy, or like, normal like busy season busy, or is this like something is off?
Give me an insight check.
Okay. I'm like, are the vibes bad here?
Yes, yes.
Is everyone just pretending to look busy so that nobody is fired?
23.
Oh,
Is anybody
nice.
going to go postal? Is that what,
Okay, that's a great insight there, Thistle Snoot. Just looking, and especially as you go from the deliveries, the outgoings into the sorting room itself, you see something that I myself got to see in a Japanese bank when I was traveling to the United States, and I wanted to change some yen into dollars. I handed them my yen, I filled in the little paper form, and then I watched it take a journey around every desk in the open office and get checked and counted and stamped before going to the next person and the next person and the next person as it went on this
Bureaucracy at its
odyssey of a journey. And you see that's happening here. A excessive, unnecessary level of bureaucracy that looks to be intentionally clogging the works.
Okay.
And you would almost think maliciously.
Yeah. Okay. So this listener's just gonna kind of shuffle up to her squad mates and be like,
I don't want to cast any suspicion. I don't like to make assumptions about folks, but it appears to me that we're in what we in the business call the middle of a slowdown.
Okay.
Everybody's doing their job. They're just doing it as inefficiently as possible and in a way that nothing really gets done.
Also, Maruk, I'll say, with your passive perception, you also see some, in this sorting office, some documents are being discarded.
This can be
Oh.
like a form of protest. When people want to get paid more, unionization thing. But it can also be if you don't like your new boss and everybody decides that they just don't want to work for the new boss. It's really an effective
Well, we're about to
demonstration tactic. I highly recommend it. But it's really annoying right now.
All right, well then let's talk to the sorting master and see if we can sort this out.
Okay. You make your way through
The
there.
sorting master might not even know. This could be a grassroots movement.
We'll see.
You start making your way through
They
the
might be
sorting room,
protesting
which
the
is just
sorting master.
this frenzied confusion of activity, just documents coming and going here and there. You could easily see how things were misplaced or potentially waylaid, especially if there's anybody acting with intent.
Real quick, as we're doing that walk, you said that there were documents getting discarded?
Just being, there were ones that were being left out of the chain. They weren't being passed on to the next person.
I'd like to just grab one of those and either take it with me or take a quick look to see what kind of document it is.
The servant just like puts a hoof on. It's like, please, okay, that with the sorting master first.
Why is this one getting left behind?
I'm just delivered to the runners and gliders.
Yeah, but this one got pulled aside. Why?
Not my department. I'm sorry.
Yeah, but you pulled it aside, so why?
No, it's the servant that came from the front with you.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Who's the person who? I assumed I'd walked up to the person who was doing sorting
Okay.
and had put it aside.
There is a kind of badger-looking, almost mapak, but very kind of badger coded looking person. They look up and they're like
A European or American badger.
European. I think it's closer to mapaks.
Much classier vibes.
And he looks up. He's like, "Oh, I'm sorry. This is confidential messaging. If you
Why did
wish,
it get pulled?
it is of special interest.
Oh, okay, good to know. Like how much is in, like, is he throw it in a bin and there's like a bunch of letters?
It's not like stacks and stacks, but yeah, there are.
So it's like a bin, like, kind of thing.
Let's say an in tray, a stuffed in tray.
Ah, okay. I'll be like, special interest. Got it. Well, then in that case, and like Muruk's just gonna reach over and just grab a fistful of the discarded ones and be like, we'll bring it to the swordmaster's attention. And like,
That is
keep
not
going.
your purview. And like a claw like goes on top of them in the paw there. It's like, these are private correspondence.
Yeah,
Yeah, but they're not
opening
making
them.
they're not making it to where they need to go, and people aren't getting the mail, and so we're trying to figure it out. We're with the tenders. Why'd these get pulled aside?
They're of special interest. They're to be set aside to be perused and sorted by the sorting master themselves.
And we're going to the sorting master right now. Now, I'd appreciate it if you would please let go.
You're away from your usual perches, birdie.
I'm gonna take the ice staff and just touch his paw for a second.
Mm-hmm.
There's almost like a crackling of like frost and kind of like just across the surface around, and he kind of like jerks away and he's like, look, do I need to call the perch guard? These, whoever you are private correspondence.
My
Jerk his
name's
hand
Maruk.
away. May I try and steal it?
Give me a sleight of hand.
I would love to. No, I'm not. I was going to, but I'm worried about it. I'm going to use my divine portent and say that I got a 15.
Oh, what was the 18 you gave Maruk before?
Invoke the Amaranthine.
Ah, okay.
That was the thing the third level spell that I have.
Ah, excellent.
That I can use as a reaction.
Nice.
Divine Portent, I looked up how Portent works for wizards, and you
Yes.
have to declare it before the roll.
Yes.
And you don't get to add the thing to it. It's just, that's the total.
Ah, okay.
Wait. No. Portent, you do get to add.
Yes, you do add your thing still. Yeah.
Yeah.
It just
but-
it just
okay,
replaces the dice roll. Yeah.
Yeah, the
Oh, okay,
difference,
so that
it
is
sounds
how
like
it
the big
works.
difference is whether you need to declare it beforehand or can hear the roll afterwards.
Oh, I should have just friggin' rolled, because I got an 18. But it would have been 12. It would have been an 18.
Okay.
If I had rolled, I would have gotten a 23.
That's enough. And I think, Maruk, with your passive perception, you see that this gets one. And do you just like stop fussing with it?
And I can replace something with my opportunistic thief with that. I
So-
just don't know if I have anything.
I'm
that
gonna
I
like
want.
let go of the papers.
Mhm.
Be like, all right. I still recommend you call the perch guard.
I will.
turn around and like, all right, let's go talk to the sorting master. And then I'm going to lean down to Thistle Snoot and Pseudo.
Saviors of the Older Heart, my fuzzy butt.
So, I think
He
we should
recognized
turn
us and he was still an ass.
Bureaucracy. Everything has to be
I'm
done
gonna be
properly.
I'm going to lean down to like, so should we turn off the manacles for this? Or should we keep them going?
I can
Basically,
help.
Let me see whether anything pings, because if something pings,
Yeah, but if anything pings, we're still going to have to let him do his thing, so...
well, if it's only one, I can do something immediately.
Right, well, he's not going anywhere. Like, we got his buddy coming with us later, like, so... I know, if anything happens, if he betrays us, I'll kill him myself. Okay, we'll just... And just take care of it that way.
I just-
have a feeling that whatever's going on, and by feeling, I mean, I have a very strong divine sense premonition that whatever's going on is being caused / exacerbated by the folks right here. So it wouldn't be the end of the world if they all suffered.
Well, if it's just the
I'll say-
one in charge.
So I was saying, this is with that insight you did before, as they don't seem to be doing anything maliciously. They just love their job and just doing things very by the books and very by the rules and just taking orders from above.
Gotcha.
Okay, so it doesn't seem to be like a malicious slowdown.
It seems
No,
whoever is in charge of
yeah.
all of this.
Okay.
So
got it.
so yeah, and that's what Asuro says. Like, either the person in charge is doing it of their own volition, in which case we need to do talking, or they're not, in which case I'm gonna zap them and get the thing out of them, and that'll fix the problem.
Okay, but I still think... I can't say good to say this. I still think we should let them have a little more, rope for the leash. Like,
Asudo pulls out the thing that controls the manacles and just hands it to Maruk.
takes it. So I remember them describing how it works. Like, can I
Push,
just turn
just
it,
push. Yeah,
just-
just push. Just
and then
just
if I push it again, it activates it?
It's like a
Alright.
child leash, right?
well, there's
kind of just magical
if I'm-
bursts, yeah.
yeah, it's like there's one you can have them on. You can have them on and connected, or you can you basically turn them
Yeah.
off. So I'll point
So-
to the 3 buttons on there and tell you which does which.
Gotcha. So I'm gonna look and be like, okay, look at Oddwald. So I'm gonna let you do this.
Okay.
Don't fuck it up.
Don't do anything until we say.
Best behavior.
I hope so, because nursing a studo so angry with anybody, you don't got to worry about me. And I just, turn it off. You got to worry about
And he
them.
just like stretches his, like rubs his wrists. Oh, okay. So, to the
And then-
top.
Yep.
And you
I just
continue.
realized we are not very nice animals.
We can
Said
be.
I was.
Can be.
No one said I was nice.
You head over to the servant continues to lead you through the bustling room to it's like one of those clouded glass windowed doors at the back, which has sorting manager on the window there in lettering, and she taps a hoof on the door. Sorting manager, distinguished guests, saviors of the Elder Heart, here to see you. And Maruk has the highest passive perception. There's a very short pause, and you hear the thump of what sounds like an overturned chair.
So I'm gonna just look at the messenger and not our leader, and be like,
The
"Thank you. We can take it from here," and walk in.
It's locked.
Is it really?
I was gonna say, is we're gonna kick the door in?
Yeah, go for it.
Actually,
Do you want me to try and pick the lock?
So this door is made of like just regular thin wood, no glass pane, just kind of.
You could shoulder through it easily.
I'm actually gonna look at Oddwell. Oddwell
Yes.
door.
Yes.
Get us through it.
I'm a necromancer. I'm not a barbarian.
No, what I meant was Oddwald, and I grab him. Get us through the door.
And
I thought you were asking him to do arcane lock.
I thought you were asking
Knock.
him to
Sorry,
like
yeah.
bring the wood back to life because he's a necromancer and like do something with the door.
It's
But
like
you know,
eyes
all
widening
this
of
is good.
recognition, and just like boom, and slams
It's like,
the
just
door.
because he's a wizard doesn't mean he has knock prepared.
And
I do. I have knock with him.
I have to check one thing. Sorry, but excuse me. Let's see.
Nothing like a distraction.
Okay, has to be here, right? There it is. Okay.
You're too excited.
Okay, you smash the door open, and you see an office, stacks of confiscated communiques there, and a window on the far side with a big feathery luma's butt, like a pigeon folk butt, in robes, struggling to get through it. And you say, and like, Oddwald's just like, permission.
Do it. Do the thing.
He's like, and casts, and you see this, this light goes spinning out, and he casts hold person, on the Luma, and you see them just stop in the window and kind of slump over the sill. As
Do they
their
have a spark?
claw, they do not. But you can only see their rear end at the moment, and their bird feet.
I can see their spark through their butt.
Wow.
All right, so I'm actually going to pull the chair over towards the window and just kind of pull/dump them into it.
Yeah, because that had overturned as they clambered up onto it to try and get out, clearly. You heave them back through and thump them down, and you are confronted by a disgraced magistrate of the Canopy,
Oh snap!
Gregor Thornspur.
It's that guy!
His eyes, he's like, his body's frozen with the whole person, but his eyes just narrow. And Jazz, I'm sorry you're not here.
Hey, buddy. Long time no see.
You just hear this.
What's that? What's that? Yeah, no, good to see you too. We have some questions.
While Maruk asks the questions, Astuda is just going to start to like peruse all of the stacks and any other like notes or anything that's on the desk to try to ascertain, like, is there a motive here beyond being incompetent? Is there a, was it specific things? Was it real, like what exactly does he think is going on?
As
I
you
could think spite.
as you
Like
start,
spite against, like he could hate us, but why is he doing this to the entire Alderheart, right?
you start, and as you do, Purge Guard arrive. And what do you say?
To the Perch Guard?
Yes.
We're here on tender business trying to figure out why none of this mail got delivered.
What's been going on? Like a raptor captain says.
I just point to all of the mail that's Just
Sword
like
Master has
squirreled
been
away.
holding
He struts
all
across,
these
like that
messages.
bird, like a vicious-looking bird strut across and like picks up a sheaf of the papers. These are highly sensitive intelligence reports.
Yes, and looks like the postmaster here has been hoarding all of them. They haven't gone out to where they're supposed to. They're here. And then I'm gonna look at Oddwell and be like, I'm gonna take my staff and get it really near the disgraced magistrate. And be like,
It's
all
like
right, let him go.
Perch just come in and just like grab him.
Oh, okay. All right, you can let him go.
And they're like they recognize who you are, and they realize and they take your word for it, and they haul him up, and Oddwald's like drops the spell, and he's like,
Better
thank you.
start talking.
Zone of truth.
Yes.
You cast Zone of Truth, and
I love it, but I do think all of us now need to make that save because it's huge
Yes, it is.
area.
Yep, it's the whole room.
I mean, if
It's
you
the
want,
whole room.
if you want to, I mean, the perch guard willingly fail.
What's
Yeah.
the save?
It's a charisma save. DC
Oh, I'm gonna
15.
purposely fail.
Astuto is gonna try.
Hmm.
Because I got oops all charisma right now, so that's
said-
24.
Oh,
You said
yeah.
Wisdom 15,
A charisma.
Charisma 15. Okay. Gregor, our magistrate friend, has a +4, but I rolled a 2.
Oh.
I
Not
don't
much
know
help
how
for
he
that.
has a +4.
You cast it, and you sense that the perch guard have voluntarily failed, and that Gregor fails as well. And they say
That Astuto is not comfortable around
Yeah.
me.
the captain.
I'm comfortable around you. I think you very quickly realize this is just like an instinctual reaction. Something's getting cast on him, and before he realizes what it is, he's shut it down.
Mhm.
But now he can lie.
The perch guard says, yes, good move. Everything above board. We will take this one into custody and dissolve this farce. Things were fine the way they were before.
Just got a few questions for him before you guys take him away.
Okay?
Yeah,
what?
just-
Please.
One quick
Just look at
question:
him.
why?
Yeah, we'll start with that one.
And Gregor Thornspur, the magistrate, just eyes narrow at you. Because there's only one way for me to start anew. Long live the rejuvenation. You may have stopped me, but it's too late.
Why is it too late?
The aspect is strong enough now. And the captain's like, enough of that, you.
Wait a minute. He's not even a spark, and
Nope.
he's just like a convert.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You're a sad, sad man.
It's like, a purge is coming! A cleansing fire!
Is this just because you lost your job, dude?
You did this.
I'm gonna get real close to him, like face to face, eye to eye, and just go, you know, the thing about fire is it doesn't discriminate.
Yes. Yes.
And where do you think you're gonna be after that happens?
Renewed. A blank slate.
You're just gonna be a blank. But
Fresh.
you know what? Good for you. The good thing for you is we're way more competent than you are. And then I'll walk away.
You don't stand a chance. You don't stand a chance. He's like pulling, like pushing against the perch guard that are holding him, and they just like bodily like haul him away. And we shall stop there for today.
I was gonna light him on fire.
I came close. I came close to using the fact that I could lie and be like, maybe I'll just set you on fire right now. How would you like to burn
Man.
right now? But I think the
Mercs.
perch
Perch
guard,
comes is like,
perch guard would have, yeah.
The
I was just like, I
important
literally
documents,
have an
important
oil
documents.
flask. I was gonna be like, so you like fire, huh?
We want to deliver these now.
You've been hanging around Maruk too much.
Okay, thank you, everybody. So we shall return next time as you awaken to the arrival of Grey Esker and some Avium members, and a meeting of the Humblewood Council.
Yeah.
And however this is going to end shall begin. Thank you, everybody. Absolute pleasure as always. A big shout out to my lovely players and everyone in chat. Thank you for those raids and all the people coming and joining us, new follows and the gifted subs and everything. Thank you so much. Absolutely wonderful support as always. Let's just say goodbye to these fine heroes, though. Thistlestrut, what you up to on the material plane?
Oh hey, check next month for Pocket Quest on Backer Kit, where you can get my game, Just Gals Being Comrades, in physical form. I will post the link probably next week.
Awesome. Okay. And Maruk, your good self.
Hi, I'm Maruk. No, wait, I'm Ludus Rex. I play Maruk most of the time. Anyway, so you can find me doing things on the internets and QuestJunkiesUK. I occasionally do bad guys and assorted other vampires and whatnot over there. Watch the Cybervamp stuff. You may see me. And then I'm here. Well, at least this session and the next one. And then maybe later. Who knows?
Who knows? Okay. Thank you. And last but not least, Astuto.
I'm Lauren Urban. You can find out all the stuff I'm doing at lauren-urban.com. That's my website. Just look at the front page. You can see all of the stuff that I'm doing. The real quick rundown is so this campaign is coming to an end, and then also tomorrow it's the last episode of a little mini campaign I've been doing on Dungeon Scrawlers, where we've been going through the house of cards that the Void creates from the Deck of Many Things. So hopefully tomorrow we will be saving our friend's soul. That'll be fun. And then on Fridays, I'm on the Crit Hit Chronicles channel playing a Dragonborn Ranger who has just started a real big problem because she's chaos. So that's Shadows over Baldur's Gate. And you can find us on Friday evenings on the Crit Hit Chronicles channel. And then on Sundays, you can find me on Players in Book, which is a big nautical adventure about a whole bunch of crises and things, and maybe the universe is completely not what we think it is. You know, little things like that. And thank you. I always love being here.
Thank you. That's an absolute pleasure, as always. And we are Phoenix UK. Play lots of D&D and other TTRPGs. If you want to find out everything going on with us, we are over here on the Discord. And you can get information and share your own stuff, etc. there. Jump into a nice little community of folks. If you want to catch up with our VODs, they're over on YouTube, over there. And please do check out all the wonderful stuff going on with our friends that help support the channel over at Troll Lord Games, CZRPG, and Phoenix Dice. And of course, a special timely logo. Just missed it. For the Humblewood here, we have our friends over at Idle Champions of the Forgotten Realms. Check out the fun strategy game with characters from across Forgotten Realms lore, and of course, various actual plays on the internet as well. And enjoy adventuring with a Electrum chest on us. There is a code to grab that and set off on your fun there. I think they've wrapped up the Vecna stuff now. It'll be interesting to see what their next storyline is going to be. So do check out everything going on over there. And yeah, a massive thank you everyone again. Absolute pleasure. We are going to head off raiding, but we will be back. Jacinta's Tyranny on Friday, and then the Tomb of Annihilation, the other end of the weekend there, and Fandover and below next week. So absolute pleasure. But of course, speaking of next week, it will be the finale of Humblewood's Trial by Fire. So let us see what's in store for our adventurers. But for today, we're going to head off raiding. So stick around for the raid if you've got 'em. Let those phoenixes fly. Until next time, as we like to say around these parts, all you singing to say. Thank you. Goodbye.